Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing some fishing, but first I wanted to give y'all a little plant update. Alright, I planted the cucumbers and 2 basil in my garden bed. I know that I said that I didn't want to plant basil in my garden bed, but I had the extra room and I decided to do it. And also I did just a little bit of pruning on the tomato plants. Looks like this one here is gonna need to get tied to the cane pole. I'll do that as soon as I'm done recording. This trellis right behind me looks like absolute garbage, but I am actually gonna try and rebuild it the right way this time. And also, before we get started, I wanted to talk about the rod that I'm using. Now, I got this at Bass Pro Shops, and I got it in the clearance section. In total, I think it was about $45. That's pretty cheap because some people spend up to $100 just on a reel. But to anyone in the Middle Georgia area who wants to get into fishing but doesn't want to spend $1,000 on a simple rig, just go to Bass Pro, go in the clearance section, and pick up a rod and a reel. Alright, we're gonna start off flipping this dock for some crappie. I already caught one off camera, and I apologize for this wind, by the way. It is hard for me to, it's hard for me to hear myself talk in this. Let's try this side. There's a fish. Here he is. It's just a little crappie. He isn't anything special. He messed up my jig there. I'm gonna go put him in the cooler. Bet you this one's about to... What did I tell you? This is a pretty decent crappie right here. Pretty good crappie. Biggest one I've caught. Ferocious. You see this action right here? This is a deep diving crankbait. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. That's what I'm about to be using over this away, trying to catch some bass. I'm sorry about this wind, y'all, and this audio is also probably trash because I'm using the stock GoPro audio. I don't have a mic for this yet. Oh crap, I got a fish. I thought I was snagged on something. Woo! Alright, there he is. That's actually my first ever bass. 4 or 5 pounds. Be free. Is she gonna go? Up. There she goes. Beautiful bass. At first I thought I was snagged, but it turned out to be a fish. Pretty soon I want to try and make a video where I make my own crankbait. So y'all leave in the comments down below what kind of color scheme or what kind of lip I should put on there, how big it should be, that sort of thing. Let me step down this way. Watch out for snakes. Don't want to get bit by a snake. The fish are whispering to me. They're saying, switch to a worm. Maybe then you'll catch us. So I'm gonna go and switch to a worm. Now I've got this here worm hooked up. Now I'm just gonna cast him out there. So now what I'm doing is I'm waiting for the worm to sink to the bottom, and then I am essentially dragging it across the bottom with little flicks of the rod. I want to move the worm with my rod, not with my reel. That's a fish. Oh! Alright, second bass. He's pretty nice. Not as big as the last one though. Caught on a worm. That second bass was way smaller than the first one, but it fought way harder. Pretty sure I just saw a snake down there. Alright, I'm sorry that this video was cut short because I got spooked off by that cottonmouth. But to make up for it, I'm going to read a little bit out of the Bible. And today we're looking at Job 37:14. Hear this, Job, stop and consider the wondrous works of God. Do you know how God lays his command upon them and causes the lightning of his cloud to shine? I chose this verse because it spoke to me, not necessarily to do with God making lightning strike, but when I feel closest to God is when I'm specifically in the mountains and I can look over miles and miles of land and see the beautiful work that God did when he created this green earth.